Hello bachcho, welcome to our today's session with a new problem like why the sentences I am loving my mom and she is knowing the answer are grammatically incorrect. So be with me for next few minutes. At the end of this session you will get to know about it. Okay. So in your earlier classes I think you have already learnt about what a verb is. What a verb? It's an action word, right? जैसे I am writing a letter. So here a physical action is involved, that is writing process, right? And she is playing cricket. Here the word playing. She is running. Here the word running. They also physical actions. So what are they called? They are called verb, right? We have learned about it in our school as well. But wait, sentences like I am happy, she has a car, does they don't have a verb? Yes, they still have a verb. I am in Haldwani. In this sentence, there isn't any physical action involved in it, but it still has a verb that is called to be verb. So here, I am in Haldwani, the word am is a to be verb. Got it? And they have a car. So here, the word have is a stative verb. There isn't any action involved in this sentence. They have a car, but it still has a verb that is called stative verb, the word have. Got it? So, in this slide, we are going to learn about the action verbs and to be verbs and stative verbs, right? So, what's the difference between both of them? In action verbs, you already know. Oh, sorry. In action verbs, you already know a physical action is involved with that, like write, run, listen, etc. But in to be verbs and stative verbs, there isn't any physical action involved with them, right? And now let's look few forms. Action verbs run, jump, eat, dance, etc. And to be verbs or stative verbs is rm was were, like, know, believe, have, own, hear, see, etc. In our next slide, we will learn the difference between these two verbs. Our main focus is on to be verbs and stative verbs, right? So now let's see the difference between both of them. So at first, we will learn about to be verbs and what do they describe, and stative verbs, what do they describe. So first, to be verbs, they describe three things: state of being, condition, physical or emotional, and identity. At first, state of a being. So what does it mean by state of a being? State of being means someone's or something presence or existence, right? Example, I am in Haldwani. Here the word am to be verb, it shows my presence in Haldwani right now in this time, right? So that is state of being. And about condition, it's physical or emotional. Suppose I am physically tired now, so I am tired. So to say the condition, my present condition, I am going to use the word am. It's a to be verb, right? So I am tired. So it shows my physical condition by using to be verb, and emotional state like happy, angry, sad, etc. Like she is sad. So here the word is, it shows the mental condition or the emotional state of someone. So we are going to use to be verb to say about that. And identity, identity means who or what someone or something is, means by which title someone or something is known, right? So my identity in this time at present as a teacher, so I want to say, or I want to describe my this identity, so I will use to be verb to describe my present identity, like I am a teacher. I am a teacher. So by using to be verb am, I am going to describe my present identity. Now let's look the forms, to be verbs forms. So to say about all these things in present, we are going to use present to be verbs. So what are present to be verbs? They are is, are, and am. And past to be verbs, to say all these things in past, we are going to use past to be verbs. They are was and were. And to say all these things in future, we are going to use future to be verb, that is will be. Now let's understand this, all this with an example. Suppose in present time, my identity is known as a teacher. So I wish to say or describe my present identity. So I will use to be, present to be verb, right? That is am. I am. So I am a teacher. Suppose 5 years back, I was not a teacher. At that time, my identity was different than this. Suppose I was a scientist at that time. So I wish to say my past identity. I will use past to be verb. That is was. So I was a teacher 5 years back. Got it? And suppose in future, I won't be a teacher and I wish to be a doctor. So if I wish to say my future identity, so again I will use future to be verb, that is will be. So I will be a doctor. So that will be my identity for the future. You got it? Okay. So now let's learn about stative verbs. So how do we describe them? We describe four main major things by using stative verbs, right? That is first one is emotions like love, hate, prefer, and possession, have, own, belong, thoughts, believe, know, understand, and senses or perception like hear, see, smell, taste. Now let's understand all of them one by one. So emotion, it shows our emotional or our mental state. There isn't any physical action involved in that. Suppose I want to say, I love my mom. So, is there any physical action involved in it? Am I running somewhere? Am I physically involved in that? No, it's my mental state, right? My emotional state. So, I love my mom. So, love, it's a stative verb. It's a stative verb. In the similar way, possession, like have, own, belong, like I have a car. So, is there any physical action involved in it? If I say I have a car, so the word have, it shows the possession, own, belong. This so possession, right? So there isn't any physical action involved in that. So that's also stative verb. Thoughts, believe, know, understand. So is there any physical action involved in it? Suppose I wish to say I believe in God. I believe in God. So is there any physical action involved in it? When I say I believe in God, it's a thought in my brain, right? So that's called stative. And senses, hear, see, smell, taste. Suppose your mama cooks something, your mama cooks something in the kitchen and it smells amazing. So you wish or you praise your mom, mama, it smells amazing. So is there any action involved in it when you take the perception of smelling? No, there isn't any physical action involved in it. So that's all these called stative verbs. Hope you got it, right? So few forms of all of them like know, have, love, believe, own, see, smell, etc. So now a very important thing to get to know, can we use continuous form with to be verbs or stative verbs? Continuous form, so that is ing form. So can we use with them? So for to be verbs, yes, we can use ing form, but not directly. It has a different meaning. If we use ing form with to be verbs, so it has a different meaning than the normal one. Example, he is being rude. Here I have used ing form with be, being, right? He is being rude, he is being kind, etc. So here it shows temporary behavior, not someone's permanent behavior. It's not his permanent behavior, it's his temporary behavior. Suppose you have a friend, his name is Ramesh, and you met Ramesh today, and someone asked how is Ramesh and how is your friend, etc. So you wish to say that he is being rude because he did not behave okay with you. So what will you use? He is being rude. That shows his temporary behavior, not permanent one. He doesn't behave permanently like this, but today, because might of any worst situation or his ill being, he did not behave okay with you, so you will use he is being rude. It's a temporary situation. If his behavior permanent like this, so then you will use he is rude. Okay, he is rude. That means he permanently behaves like that. Got it? And we will never use ing form with stative verbs. Keep this in your brain. That's very important. You will never use ing form with stative verbs. So here is the answer of the problem where we started the video. Uh, as we said, I am loving my mom. Oh, she is knowing the answer. So they are grammatically incorrect. Why they are incorrect? Because we will never use ing form with a stative verb. The verb love, no, they are stative verbs. So we will never use ing form with them. So it's better to say I love my mom and she knows the answer. You got it? Well, okay. Okay, now we have come to the exercise. Whatever we have learned, now it's time to check what has stuck in your brain or what has leaked out, right? Exercise first, you have to find out the stative and to be verbs among these sentences. Okay, just pause this video and comment below, and I will check it out. Let's see how many of them you know correctly, right? So first one, she is a doctor. So here the bold word is, what type of verb is it? Is it a to be verb or stative verb? Okay, wait. As you have already learned that to be verbs forms are present is are past, was were, future will be, and stative verbs like love, know, believe, see, hear, taste, smell. We have learned all of them in the previous slide here. Emotions like love, hate, prefer, possessions have, own, belong, thoughts, believe, know, understand, senses or perception, hear, see, smell, taste, etc. Right? So here the bold word is, what type of verb is it? To be or stative? It's a state. Sorry, yeah, it's a to be verb, right? Present to be verb. Present to be verb. And here the bold word no. What type of verb is it? It's a stative verb. Stative verb. And they were past to be verb. And he loves his pet dog. Stative verb. And the cake smells delicious. Smells. Stative verb. And I am very excited for the trip. Here the verb am, it's a present to be verb. And my parents have a car. Here the verb have, again it's a stative verb. And she believes in hard work. Believes, stative verb. The weather was very cold last night, so was past to be verb. We are best friends, so are present to be verbs. Present to be verb, right? And now let's move to the next slide with another kind of exercise, right? Here you have to correct the mistakes. So there are 10 sentences and these all are grammatically incorrect, so you have to correct them out. So the first sentence, she is knowing the answer. What's the grammatical error here? You know is a stative verb, so you will never use ing form with it, no continuous form. So how will you correct it, or what will you say? So she knows the answer. She knows the answer. They are believing you. So again, believe, it's a stative verb, so you will not use ing form with it. So they believe you. I am owning a house. I own a house. I own a house. He liking football. So he likes football. She was a teacher. Sorry, she was be a teacher. You want to use be here. So just she was a teacher. They being happy. Is it grammatically correct? No, it's incorrect. You want to use being here. You will use they are happy. They are happy. It's a state. It's a mental state. Happy, right? So you want to use being with that. It's not a behavior of someone, right? It's a state, mental state of someone. So they are happy. I am seeing the answer now. So here see, it's a stative verb. So I see the answer now. We want to use ing form. We are having a car. We have a car. She was knowing the truth. She knows the truth. This book is belonging to me. This book belongs to me. Hope you did all right. So put the answers in comment box. I will check it out. We'll get to know whether you understood the topic or not. Okay. So keep learning, keep growing. See you in the next session with another problem. Till then, bye.